Robbie, AFTV, I mean, we were talking yesterday, depending on the teams, would depend on the result, but I was confident once I seen the lineups announced. A few youngins for you, a couple of players that wouldn't normally be in the starting 11, but you didn't really have to go out second gear, did you?
Do you know what? And you did the interview on AFTV, and you were saying that when you saw the lineup, you was like, "Oh, this is a great opportunity." I kind of saw the lineup and I really understood it because, fortunately, I've been able to go to all the pre-season games, and some of those youngsters have played very well. Reece Nelson has been doing really well in pre-season. Willock has been a revelation in pre-season. And when I did my starting lineup outside the ground yesterday, I was like, I'd start Willock, not Torreira, because he's been playing that well. And I thought they really stepped up today, some of those youngsters. I thought Guendouzi, we paid literally nothing for that guy, and I thought he was the best player on the pitch today. And it's really weird, isn't it? You know what I mean? You come to see all the shiny new signings, and sometimes it's those, you know, the young players or some of those players that have been playing a while, that they're the ones that sometimes stand out in these games. And I was just wondering, with Newcastle's lineup, there's quite a lot of new players in there, but it's their first game. You've got to remember, it's their first time they're going to be at this ground in front of their fans, so they're going to be nervous as well. So maybe for us as well, it's kind of a good time to catch you guys before those guys gel in, because I could see a couple of those players. I mean, that guy Maxim who come on.
Exciting.
He was like Usain Bolt, wasn't he? He's quick, you know. So you know, I'm really happy that we got the result. Always a tough place to come to, so really happy.
You didn't have to do much, and I think the best player on the pitch won you the game. They did, and Aubameyang. You give him that much space, that much time. Took his one chance well. He's
absolute quality. I mean, last season there was a couple of Arsenal fans saying, "Oh, he missed a few." I was like, "Are you mad? If it weren't for that guy, we'd have got nowhere near the top four." Him and Lacazette. I mean, he's world class in my view. You saw him today, not fairly quietish game, but he's got so much quality that if you give him that time, space, if you make him get a run on you, he's another guy. He's Usain Bolt. If he gets a run on you in behind, you're dead. And his finishing is clinical. And I just felt today that he'll be looking at like some of the guys yesterday, like Harry Kane, Sterling, Salah. They all scored. And he's under pressure. He's like, I've got to get a goal because, you know, I want to get that golden boot again. So, no, he's going to be a very important player for us this season. And it was a great goal, and he took it brilliantly.
Obviously, you were in the ground. We boycotted the game. What was it like inside the ground? How many do you think were there? Did you feel much of an impact? How did you rate the atmosphere?
The atmosphere was a bit weird because, you know, I think you could see the fans inside the ground are caught in two minds, whether to
back the team or boo it.
Yeah. So, you know, you could see they were in two minds. There was a couple of times where they really got up and roared, but I think that a lot of it was flat because we kind of subdued them because we had so much of the ball.
Temple,
so Arsenal's had the ball for literally the whole of the game. So, and attendance-wise, I mean, there was a few empty seats. A lot of the high-level seats were empty, and I think they flashed up with attendance of about 46,000. What was it, 54? Normally this year, so it was about 52,000. So it was about 5,000-6,000 down. So it didn't seem empty on the inside there, but it's so hard to boycott a first game. I mean, I don't even know what I'd do if it was in my case, the first game of the season. You've been looking forward to it. It's Arsenal coming, you know, for a Newcastle. Such a big game. It's a hard game to boycott. I mean, I really respect you for boycotting it, but. You know, I was at Blackpool last season or season before, and I know they've done their boycott for years, but I think it's a little different when it's a League One, League Two club. Then you're a Premier League club, and you got Arsenal, Liverpool, Man United, Chelsea, and teams like that coming here. It's really hard to boycott it, but I respect the fans who boycott it, and I fully understand it. You know what I mean? It must be so hard. I mean, you guys, I thought last year were in a good place. With Rafa Benitez, you know, he's a top quality manager. You would have been able to attract in some top quality players. And then I don't know what Mike Ashley's doing. I said it when I did the interview with you yesterday. I mean, it's like he's deliberately trying to wind you guys up. I mean, bringing in Steve Bruce. I mean, I know he's a Geordie, but he was at Sunderland. If that was me, and it was Arsenal, and we brought in a guy that was at Tottenham for ages, and I don't know, I'd be indifferent about it. So I don't know what Mike Ashley I don't know what his plans are. I don't think no one knows. I think he needs to come out, and I think we've had it this summer with our owners, and we've been putting a lot of pressure on them and saying, tell us, show us, and maybe this might be the way for the Newcastle fans to go, show us you care. That is the first and foremost thing. It's not always about money. It's not about, right, I've sunk £100 million in, because we see that with Fulham and they still went down. I think the first thing fans always want to see is, do you actually care about our club? When Newcastle lose, like today, you're going to go home and you're going to be upset probably for the next few days. Is Mike Ashley upset? Does it get him down? Does he really, really care about Newcastle? And that, to me, is always the measure of a good owner. Right? I think Abramovich at Chelsea, if they lose, I think he cares about it. I think if they go on a horrible run, he's like, I need to do something about this. I can't allow this to continue, right? Whether he does it in his ruthless way or whatever, you can see a guy who cares. The guys at Liverpool, I think they care, right? At Man United, I don't know if their owners care. I think they react to things, they throw a load of money at it with Man United, but do they really care about the club? And I think that is where your really, really good owners come in. And I'm not convinced with Mike Ashley that he cared, because if he cared, he'd come and he'd offer a lot more to these fans. And this, I think, could be such a huge club. You know what I mean? Which other club gets the attendances that you guys get? You've been up and down. The attendances are still stay consistent. You know, I think it's a great brand. I think when you spoke to me in the summer and you said to me that those guys from Qatar were coming in, I was genuinely worried. Because I'm like, somebody gets hold of this with their fan base. I mean, Newcastle's one of the only teams I see. It'd be like Monday night at the Emirates, and they still pack out their away in Monday. So to me, this is a great club. He needs to start showing that he cares, and if he don't care, sell it. You've got loads of other businesses, as Selfridges and Sports Direct. Concentrate on that. Give it to somebody who will treat this club with respect, and the fans, most importantly, with the respect they deserve. And if you're going to keep it, you need to start, bringing some people around you as well. Even if you're going to keep it and you ain't got time to deal with it, bring in some people around you that care about this. Maybe get Shearer or some of them people involved in it, so that acts as a buffer, so you can stay at a distance, and then let those guys. Because I think maybe that's what our owner's done at the moment. He's brought in so then fans can kind of connect with those guys and say, well, I know Edu cares. All right, if Kroenke's all the way back in America, but at least I know he's put it in the hands of some people who care about this. But at the moment, I don't see this here. And he's wasting a massive opportunity. He really is.
Very well said, mate. Thanks very much.
Cheers, brilliant. Cheers, bro.